is there any question, Mr. Reporter, that I did not ask you that I could have asked you or should have asked you?
That's a really good question.
Wow. Man, I didn't put that on the notes.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's
I don't
my
know.
reporter going at you.
Do I get to turn the tables now, though? This is kind of like, now this is me turning the tables back, right?
Well, you can
Hmm.
certainly try. Yes.
Let's see. Well, I guess I would love to know what you think about kind of like, what's going to happen with industry education and, you know, networking. We have a lot of turmoil in the, the membership associations. I don't know. What's your observation there? Or was it I was supposed to ask myself that question?
I think you were supposed to ask yourself that question.
I turned the tables on its
And I just flip it
tables.
back to you and say, no, that's the question for you.
I guess I can be completely self-promotional and say, well, our teleconference is here. No, no. It is not a membership association. I think that's really important for the industry, and it's really tough. Forget the controversies. It would be difficult for any organization that depends on events to continue and be and through this crisis. And so get smaller, reinvent yourself. I mean, I think that organizations that are specializing in events, just moving to virtual is not really the full answer. These virtual trade shows are like, they're okay, probably like better than nothing. I don't know. I've seen a couple that were just, it's fine, but it doesn't replace, walking around those halls, running into people unexpectedly. So, I don't know what's going to happen with all that, but I think there's enough need there that that will come back. Similar to all the other segments of the industry, though, the players already we can see are going to be different, and so that's just something for people to get accustomed to, I guess.
I agree. I think there's nothing like those formal and informal meetings that you have at events. I don't think
Yep.
that necessarily a conference, but any of the events. Some of the best conversations I've had, the best, discussions I've had have been those that have been the informal as well as the formal ones at events. I think we just have to look at the events of the future, to your point.
Hmm. Right.
What does that look like in the future, above and beyond these large conferences? And candidly, I think they needed reinvention anyway. you
Mm.
know I do. I think that it was time to look at them differently. I think COVID just kind of fast tracked some of that.
Right.
I think that if you look at things like the impact of millennials and what they look at and how they communicate and connect and buy and everything else, I think it was long overdue to rethink it.
Right. Oh, I agree. Absolutely. It goes back to kind of what we said about that unexpected interaction. I remember when I first started, I didn't get that as much because I didn't know as many people. And then you get to know a lot of people. Now you're not scheduling with everybody you know, and you're running into them, and that's wonderful. But in the beginning or when you're young, like maybe there are tools that these events need to incorporate in order to help facilitate that. There's like really interesting, possibilities there. I don't know if anyone's really done it right in other industries, perhaps, but it'll be interesting to see the kind of experimentation that happens.
Well, I've always said, we should be the poster child of that all other industries come to of how to run, events and meetings and conferences and conventions.
Sure.
We should be the bleeding edge. We're the ones
Right.
that other associations and, meetings come to us to say, well, how did you do that? That is
Mhm.
like really cutting edge. And I think sometimes we miss that opportunity to be the showcase.
Yeah. Good point.